Hi, I'm Celine. I'm 26 years old this year.
I'm 31 years old. I'm a full-time mom.
My name is Eliza. I'm 32.
I am a video producer and I start work next week.
I'm 25 years old and I'm a visual artist.
I am a writer/actor.
I am an entrepreneur and entertainer with a background in computer science.
Some people also know me as a person who hitchhikes a lot because that's what I do when I travel.
I think growing up, it was not, uncommon to hear someone getting abducted in the news or raped or killed. Couldn't walk anywhere at night. You still can't really walk anywhere at night. And I suppose it was just always, cover up, don't be too revealing.
By censoring myself, I'm not being honest with another person. Is that wrong? But I'm jagaing their feelings. So I'm always in a battle, like what is the right move,
Especially among the Malay community, it's a very chauvinistic society still. And there's a hierarchy of what women are capable of doing and what males are expected to be and so forth. So I know a lot of males personally that are helping change that and they're our allies, But at the same time, we still need to tackle the mass problem.
I used to not ask about God, why religion exists and whatever, not even the taboos in my culture.
Oh, I'm a feminist, and everybody's like, oh, you want to kill men. So that's a little bit tricky.
I think one of it is just sex. It's just something that we just don't talk about, And when one person does, it's kind of like, she's talking about it. What do we do,
Online bullying. So even talking about a woman who's wearing a headscarf, she will not only be criticized by men who saying, oh, she's not wearing it correctly, but also by other women saying, oh yeah, what's the point of wearing a headscarf if you're not gonna cover everything specifically?
A woman to send out an email, we still have to sound nice and end with a smiley face, or we can't just be blunt or straight up because then we would be considered bitchy.
Parental burnout, it's real. It happens regardless of whether you're a full-time mom or a working mom.
I rarely speak about my emotion in front of my family because they worry about me all the time. So if I ever tell anything that is not considered as successful, I just try to avoid it. I think because I was born as a girl, and people will automatically assume that if you cry, you're weak, and cry is not weak.
I don't want to say that men have it easy because of course they have their own struggles, but it would be easier to walk around at any given time of the day or night and not have to worry about what they're wearing or how they're talking. So yeah, I feel like my parents would have definitely, been more lenient if I were male.
The catcalling, men just blatantly pointing out oh, you have great tits. And I'm just like, wow, thank you, but it's not yours to see kind of thing. And it's just a lot of people thinking that women are objects in a way that we can be looked at and we can be stared at and we won't feel uncomfortable at all. It doesn't affect us, and I hate that.
So I'd say the difference between males and females when you travel alone, males have a high risk of getting robbed, and then women, there's always the rape situation that you always have to try and escape.
When he came up to me and he said, oh yeah, so you were dancing up sexy and all up in that stage, and so that means you're easy. And I said no, that doesn't make me easy. And he says oh, but you're so slutty, and it's obvious that you're easy, the clothes you wear. I could just tell everyone here that I banged you and they would believe me.
Recently, I overheard an auntie and uncle talk about girls who wear what's the word? A bit more exposing is inviting rapists. I was just triggered. I was like, no, you don't blame the victim. You don't blame the person who gets raped. You blame the person who rapes. That kind of thing.
I think the Malay men, the Malay man, it's like they're the most privileged position because first they're Malay and then they're a male. So they're already put up on this pedestal of what they can do, what they're capable of, what they can get away with. So I definitely still feel like we are not equal parts yet.
I would have to agree with this lady. I mean, I don't have anything against my own race, but I just feel that, I mean, when we talk about Malay men specifically, I just feel that maybe 70% or a majority of them have this feeling that they are superior towards women, which I feel is not right. I feel this lady.
And so I sat at the mama, and because it was like 6, like really just early in the day, and there were a bunch of guys just coming back from a club, and they were seated at the table next to me. So they looked over, like they were really like drunk and everything, and you know, one of them turned around, saw me, and because like I'm tattooed, like my arms are like heavily tattooed and stuff like that. One guy turned and then turned back, told his friends like, look at her. Who does she think she is with all those tattoos? And then the other guy turns around and says like, yeah, you know, these are the kind of girls that you should just slap. And then the third guy just says, nah, these are the kind of girls that you should rape, teach them a lesson.
Bruh. That is not okay. Wow.
Oh, fuck. It's disgusting, bro. Like, it's so horrible.
Wow. That last statement. Wow. You know, the first two, you think it's bad. You think the first two is bad enough. That last statement, oof.
You never hear a guy saying like, oh my god, I got touched by this person or whatnot. But I know like, I would say 100% of all my friends, all my girlfriends have some sort of sexual misconduct happen to them. So, you know, which is a daily struggle, I think so as a girl, yeah.
Honestly, on behalf of all men, I'm so sorry. Like, even for me, like, I do my best to not look at women that way, but even when I don't say it, it's in my mind somehow. And it's because it's been so ingrained in media of like the depiction of how women are with tattoos or color hair, or it's their own self, but in how media portrays them, they're like bad, or in a word, slutty. It's wrong.
Like those people who does that, macam memburukkan nama lelaki, you know. I mean, like males should be strong, males should protect the women, something like that, you know. Like, yeah, women have to go through all kinds of shit. But like you as the man, you need to help them. But now you're just like, awak bentak kau, skirt tak boleh pendek lagi ke? It's so disgusting. It's really disgusting.
So, men don't think using their head. They think through other organs, and this is absolutely horrible.
I see this a lot on Twitter. Sometimes you read a lot of things and you're just like, fuck, like, how stupid are people and how can people like think this way? Like,
Sometimes people ask, how can you empower women? It's not what you do, it's what you don't do. Men, stop catcalling. Men, stop talking down to women. Men, pay respect to women equally. It's what you can do to help a woman, empower women.